Hey everybody, my name's Paul, and I want to talk about Uber versus Lyft. As a driver though, not as a rider, not as a passenger, actually thinking about getting a job and working for Lyft or Uber. I know a lot of people are out there, and I know a lot of people are wondering, who should I work for? Well, one of the things I want to tell you is that now you can work for both. I don't know if that rule is going to change one day, if you're going to have to choose one or the other, but I think the great thing now, and this is still in its infancy, Uber and Lyft. It's not fully developed yet. As big as it is now, it's going to be bigger in the future, and that's just a given. Now you can work for both of them. Is that something you want to do? Well, I'm here to talk about Lyft and Uber, the payout, how much money you make, and if you want to work for one of them, the other one, or both of them. And there's also other ones out there. There's a sidecar out there too. Do you want to work for that? Well, let's leave that out of this. Let's talk about the big ones, Uber and Lyft. As a driver with Uber, let's talk about Uber first because it's more simplistic. You get 80% minus $1. So every single ride that you do, Uber takes out $1. Okay? And you get 80%. So first they take off the dollar, and then they take 80% out of there. That's the way they do it. Lyft does the same thing. They give you 80%, except they don't take out the driver safety fee. They don't take that out. So in my city, Lyft charges $1.55 as the rider safety fee. You get to keep that. I don't know how it works in every single city. I live in San Diego. I'm not keeping any secrets. But pretty straightforward. They both give you 80%. The only difference is that Uber takes the safety fee and Lyft gives it to the driver. I don't know why there's such a disparity between one taking the rider fee and one giving it, but that's just the way it is as of now. Also, there are sign-on bonuses, big-time sign-on bonuses, and I think Uber gives between 100 and 500, and the link's down below, while Lyft gives a variable amount depending on the city that they're in. Some of them are up to $1,000, so I would check the links below, and I'm going to give you promos for both of them, okay? For Uber, it's FRA2X, and for Lyft, it's free driver promo. That's the codes that you can use to type in yourself, or you can look down below and click the appropriate links. I really think that the sign-on bonuses are really important. If you're a new driver, Ubers are a little easier to get. You might have to only do 20 rides as opposed to Lyft, where you might have to do 50 rides. It depends on the city. Some of them are even 100 rides in New York City. But I would still click the link and try to maybe get the power bonus. I mean the bonus, sign-on bonus. And even if you don't get it, at least you click the right link and you tried. Another thing I want to add is that Lyft is offering different types of services for drivers. And one of them is the power bonus. What is the power bonus? If you work for Lyft and you solely work for Lyft, you have to pretty much solely work for Lyft because they want you to give them 30 hours a week or 50 hours a week. If you do that, 30 hours a week, Lyft will give you 90% of your earnings. And if you do 50 hours a week, they'll actually give you 100% of your earnings. And I think that's unfathomable, 100%. But basically, Lyft will give you everything you earn if you're one of their big-time drivers, a driver that does 50 hours in a week. There are a couple more things that you need to know. You have to have a 90% acceptance rate, and you also have to work 10 peak hours. And the peak hours are on the weekends, real simply, so you pretty much have to give your weekend to Lyft. Well, Lyft is offering that, the power bonus. Uber isn't offering that as of now that I know of. Another thing that Lyft is offering in my city and a lot of other cities are they're paying drivers by the hour. And I think that's pretty cool. So if you don't achieve a certain amount of income during these consecutive hours, say from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. or 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., Lyft will pay you that much. They'll pay you 20 an hour, or 25 an hour. They'll pay you an hourly wage. And the wages vary depending on the offer that you get. You also have to accept it. So you'll get an email from Lyft, and then you need to opt in. And once you opt in, if you drive on that night, you're going to get that hourly wage. And that's something that Uber is not offering right now either. So, you got to ask yourself, who do you want to work for? Do you want to work for Uber? Do you want to work for Lyft? Or do you want to work for both of them? And if you want to work for both of them, you can do that. I actually work for both of them. So, or you might want to start with one and try another later. Anyway, I think one of the important things is getting the sign-on bonus and completing that as a new driver and getting, maybe $1,000 or $500 extra as a new driver to really make you feel good as a new driver, give you that extra money, and you have that to invest in your vehicle later if anything were to go wrong, or you have an extra $500 or $1,000 to invest. But the differences between Uber and Lyft, those are the differences. I'm not going to tell you which one I like better. It really, doesn't matter. But I would love to hear which one you like better, or which one you're thinking of signing up under. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm really interested in Uber and Lyft. So, yeah. And this is a growing thing. I want to add that in one more time. Uber and Lyft are growing. So that's why they're offering these huge incentives, big sign-on bonuses. They need drivers, and you're valuable. So if you sign up, they want to give you $500 or $1,000. They need you. All right, thanks, guys. And right after this video is the promo codes to sign up. Thanks, guys.